Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because the building is on fire. Everything's burning, and the Fed has promised to put out the fire next month. So don't worry, they'll be here next month. Take care of it then. Inflation, the mess that we have right now, they're going to take care of next month. Please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. There's a ton of videos on the channel that we've had, hundreds now, that you can go back and take a look at. Also, we have an email list that you can sign up for. It's in the video description below. Plus, if you want more access to me, you can sign up for Patreon. And that's in the video description as well. Before I get into the first topic, I want to cover something that happened, and that is that, every now and then I do a story and it has legs. And what I mean by that is that people freak out over it. And the latest one that happened with was the student loan extension, the payment extension. People are absolutely losing their minds over this. And, to say that I got a few extra comments would be an understatement. The email inbox has blown up. Everybody's upset about this. But what they're upset about is this one thing, and that is that senators are talking about extending, basically giving up, having a $50,000 blanket credit for everybody that has student loans out there. And what if you just paid it off? How is this fair? Now, got a little bit of good news for you. Okay, this may give you some solace in that. I spoke to a great class action lawyer today who said, Dan, if this happens, not only will this firm pursue this, but there will be dozens of class action law firms that will go after this because it's totally unfair. So again, they're not just going to be able to do this. And again, they're reviewing this right now to sue right now because there are certain federal employees and certain people that are given student loan debt reprieves right now and not having to pay it and forgiveness and things like that based on where they work and certain groups are getting that, and it's not fair because people went out and paid their bills during this time. And again, I would like $50,000 for free, wouldn't you? Everybody would. So there's that. The next thing is the eviction moratorium that was announced in San Diego. Again, another thing that people absolutely lost their mind over. And think about this. Never in our history, never, ever, ever have we had a time when people did not have to pay their mortgages and had no responsibility. None at all. They could get forbearance, they could not get kicked out of their homes and had nothing to worry about as a result of this happening right now. Okay, guys? Never. It's never happened. Now, think about a world that, and again, I get people that write me and tell me how horrible the landlords are and they deserve this and they're getting what's finally coming to them. Okay, and again, I should just do a video one day on the crazy comments that people send me, but I'd probably be the only one that would watch it. But there's that. Now, the other thing is, think about this world, okay? You and your wife get a good job, save a little money, you buy a second home, and you get in the landlord business. And then all of a sudden, 2020 happens, and, these people can live there for free. Now, again, people right now are saying, yeah, that's the way it should be, Dan. They shouldn't have to pay, and it's great. This is crazy now. And why it's crazy is that you've got people that want to remodel their homes. Now, think about this. I have spoken to very small landlords where the husband and wife saved all this money and finally got a rental unit, and they're so happy. And then 2020 hits. And upside down, guys, instantly. You barely keep it together. But now, the only thing that they had left was the ability to remodel that unit. To go out and say, listen, you got to move out because we're going to remodel the unit. And again, yes, did people use this as a way to kick people out? Absolutely. But guys, it's getting ridiculous at this point, okay? It really, really is. This is not fair to these people by any way, shape, or form. And again, I've got people that are going, landlords are horrible. Yeah, they are. So many landlords. I have a girlfriend who's a law professor, okay? And one thing that she's got a ton of lawyer friends. I mean, tons and tons and tons, okay? She has one lawyer friend who sues unscrupulous landlords. And if you guys ever want great stories, I can tell you that there is a woman out there that has cleaned their clock. I mean, she has won millions of dollars because of these horrific people doing horrible things to people as tenants. So they get theirs, okay? Not all the time, but they do get theirs. So in this situation though, guys, when does this end? When does all the shenanigans end? Okay? Now, people are asking me, is there a fourth stimulus check? No, there is not. Now, if you were supposed to get a stimulus check for any reason and you didn't get it, this is the last chance to get it on this tax return. This is it, man. Apollo Creed, this is it, okay? Got to file a tax return and ask for it. Even if you don't, even if you're not responsible for filing a return, if you're on disability or something like that, or Social Security, don't normally file a return, whatever, and you could have gotten a stimulus check, you may have to file a return, but get the advice of somebody that knows what they're doing, that's an accountant. And again, if you need help with your taxes, look at the local accounting associations in your state. They're out there. And a lot of these are giving free tax help right now, okay? So there's that. But again, the eviction moratoriums, everything that's happening with all this stuff, this is just lunacy at this point. Absolutely crazy. So, you know, what do you do, okay? Now the Fed, let's get into that. The Fed is talking about how they're going to start tapering down and not buying as much of their trillions of dollars worth of bonds that they've purchased during this time. Think about this, guys. You know how much $1 trillion is? It takes so long to count to 1 million. You can't count to you can't count to 1 billion. It would take years, but you can't count to $1 trillion. It's just insane. But when you add this up and you get this money thrown out at people, people just want to act like it's no big deal. But these guys have bought trillions of dollars worth of bonds, and now they're going to start to unload them. What's that going to look like? What's our economy going to look like when these guys finally get to that point? Okay? It's going to be interesting, to say the least. But don't worry about it, Dan. Everything's going to be great. There's going to be more free lunch and free stuff and all that stuff for us. So, you cannot have a world where interest rates are doing what they're doing and not affect things, okay? They're too low. They need to be raised. But again, Yahoo Finance today. Great story that I have to share with you guys. And that Yahoo Finance says, hey, listen, this is going to help the real estate market. Raising interest rates above 5% is going to help with real estate. It's going to slow down purchases. It's going to slow down demand right now. You guys believe that? You believe this is a good thing? It's going to crash the market when this happens, guys. Now that we're firmly above 5%, and a year ago it was at 3%, okay? And again, the real estate agents are telling everybody buy before it gets to 6. Keep going, guys. Keep going, okay? You cannot live like this, guys. You just cannot live like this. So, let's get into it. There's a lot more to cover. I went down to Laguna Beach, guys, just to do a quick video for you today. You know, inflation. Let's talk about one thing real quick. It is so expensive for people to go to the grocery store right now and go out to dinner and things like that. And my son, hey, are we gonna have dinner Thursday night? Yes, we are. So tonight when I have dinner with my son is a chip off of me, and he's kind of smart, so there's going to be a little bit of his salesmanship is going to show. And what he's going to do is not ask me for money. Hey, take me to dinner. Hey, you need to swing by the store. You need anything? Which is to get him stuff. But again, it is absolutely amazing that things that people purchase that 3 months ago, 90 days ago, guys, they would spend $80 at the store. That's now $120 for the exact same merchandise. Pizza sauce that somebody wrote me about. Dan, pizza sauce has gone through the roof. Now, here's the thing. My son, is a college student fool, okay, who, pizza bites and mini pizzas and all the crap that he eats and makes and all that stuff, and, at 1 o'clock in the morning and everything that he does. But he likes certain pasta sauces that Hey, can you pick this up for me if you're ever there? Last time I was there, this one pasta sauce that he likes was $11 a jar. No, pass. Now, the reason for that, reason why I won't buy it, is that, again, it's just too expensive. But guys, when do people revolt with this? I mean, you've got to go to the grocery store and eat something. Yeah, you can grow your own food and you can do certain things, but you have to be able to live and eat and be able to get by right now, and people are not doing that. So, share your thoughts. But again, it'll be interesting to see my son's pitch tonight on what he's going to want me to do. So share your thoughts out there. It's a beautiful day out there, by the way. Couple of great news stories out of Goldman Sachs. The first one is Goldman Sachs is predicting two problems. They're predicting a problem for the stock market and a stock market crash in the coming months. Okay, there's that. Plus, they say that there is a 36% chance of a recession. Okay, which again, guys, if you think that we're headed towards a recession, that's one thing. I think we're in a recession right now. I think we're heading towards the depression of all depressions right now. That's what I think. Okay, so Goldman Sachs, hey, they're warning, get serious about this. Now, here's a little tidbit for you about Goldman Sachs that is insane right now. Think about this one. Goldman Sachs is an intern program that reopened this year. If you are a college graduate and you're in the banking, finance industry, and you've got the proper degrees and the credentials, you can apply to become an intern at Goldman Sachs. Now, here's the thing about being an intern at Goldman Sachs. We've all heard about how young bankers have burnout right now. They're sick of everything. Life sucks when you make all this money and you're rich, okay? But they had, think about this, 236,000 applicants so far to become interns at Goldman Sachs. 236,000. Yes, I got that right. Yes, I looked it up 3 different places, okay? 236,000 applications to become an intern. Now, the Fed has $9 trillion in bond purchases that they've made, okay? Asset purchases, they call them. They're going to eliminate $95 billion a month of these asset purchases and start selling them in May. Not now, they're going to do it next month. So, again, guys, we were told that they were buying $40 million a month. We don't even know if that's true or not. At least $40 billion a month they were purchasing. So there's that. The Fed is concerned. They want to keep things under control, which they can't, guys. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess, unlike anything we've seen in our lifetimes. And again, I don't see this getting fixed. Please let me know what you guys think about this. Okay. Climbing out here, just absolutely beautiful. Really great spot. But tell me, guys, do you think the Fed's going to fix this? Because I don't. The realtors out there that are telling people to buy, okay? The 40-year mortgages, the 40-year, you can get a deferral, you can get out of your foreclosure with a 40-year loan. That is insane, guys, that they're doing this to people. The idea, people, is that, and again, a lot of people wrote on this, the idea is not to be wealthy, not to own a plane. It's not to own your own island, okay? The idea is not to be hounded and have people hounding you for money every day. That's where you want to be. And you want to be able to have freedom and choices and be able to decide and do what you want to do. Those are the richest people I know, okay? Share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I want to know what you think. Here's a few stories out of New York that I'm going to wrap together. And first things first, there are over 200,000 eviction cases that are clogging up the courts in New York. And they're going to take, they say they could take a decade to get through all these cases. The second thing is there is an attorney who works for a state senator who hasn't paid his rent, and he wants to delay his eviction case. His got called early, hey, put it off a few weeks. I got to travel with the state senator, and I'm also going to apply for rental aid. This guy works for the state senate, and he's an attorney, so that's terrible. And the idea with it is if you've applied for aid, you can postpone the eviction. Connecticut, same thing. You apply for aid, you can put it off. Seattle, you can still put it off. If you have school-age children, they can't evict you during the school year. There's that. Now, great story out of New York with, they did an interview, a survey with all these residents of New York to ask them how much they like New York. 60% said that they would move out of New York right now because of how bad it is. The inflation, the prices for real estate, the crime, everything. They want out. So, people aren't loving New York these days. The final thing is that there is an association for retail association, Midtown Manhattan Retail Association, and they are absolutely fed up with the crime. Retail crime is at 50% in New York City. And people are like, we can't live here with this. We can't have a store here. Nobody wants to come in and pay for things when people are walking in and ripping everything off. So there's that. The next thing is that grand larceny, crimes over $1,000, that's up 45% too in New York. So again, no one wants to live there and live through this and not be responsible for things that, they want to run a business, want people to go there, and nobody wants to go there right now. Again, would you travel to New York City on a vacation right now? Okay? As I sit and think of places I would want to go, that's the last place I would want to go right now, guys. Okay? So let me know, share your thoughts on all this stuff. But the eviction delay and the moratorium, this is a mess that's creating big problems for everybody. Who is Larry Summers? He was the Secretary of Treasury under Bill Clinton, and he is doing a tour right now saying, I told you so, guys. I told you inflation was going to be an absolute mess, and nobody wanted to listen to me. So that being said, Mr. Summers was talking about how bad things were going to be, and everything he predicted is coming true. So I give this guy credit, because as I started looking at stuff that he was talking about, this is what he predicted. Now, think about this. The Fed is trying to predict that they're going to have a soft landing with whatever they do for the economy, and that by raising interest rates at whatever pace they take, snail's pace, turtle pace, whatever, okay, that they're going to do the right thing for all of us. And again, guys, they're not. And this is going to end badly. Financing for home mortgages is at a 10-year high. The highest it's been in a decade right now to buy a home. Remember, the pitch a month ago was that interest rates are so low, everybody should buy a house. Well, they're at a 10-year high right now, guys. Okay, what's the pitch now? Get in before it's too late? Oh, okay, good for you. Now, the other thing is 10-year bonds, okay, are at the highest level that they've been since 2019. 3 years, guys, okay? So when you add it all up, this just reeks of trouble. And again, get yourself prepared, get yourself out of debt, do what you can do to pay things off. Now, I get people that write me and say, you don't understand, Dan, they're going to forgive all of our debt. Well, we're going to get free cars, free everything. Okay, in Looneyville maybe, but I would want to live here, okay, on top of this beach, okay? It's going to cost me like 20 mil to do that, okay? So should I go buy that house and they're just going to forgive it? Tell me, please, okay? I'll start trying to pitch that hey, listen, make the payment for a little bit, okay? A lot more people out here getting their picture taken, okay? It's a beautiful spot, guys. But what do you guys think about all this stuff? I just wanted to shoot a quick video today, and tell me what you guys think about all this stuff, because I don't know how this ends well. I don't have there's no way that you can have this much debt and this much of a problem. Oh, check this out. The paraglider, the motorized paraglider, is pulling up right here. Check this guy out. Isn't that cool? Sorry for the whipping the camera around. That's what money buys you. Okay, guys, share your thoughts on all this stuff. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And the first thing is a little bit more about evictions. We're seeing eviction cases in New York where people are furious because they are putting off the eviction cases with the most ridiculous excuses that the lawyers are coming up with, and people are furious. The landlords are absolutely furious about that. So I'll share that story with you. It's in the video description below. And the next thing is, there is a heat map that CoreLogic put together on real estate that shows you all the hot markets and where things are overpriced in the real estate market around the country. And I started looking at this, I thought, that's pretty cool, so I'll share that with you too. The next thing is the supply chain issue that we're seeing with merchandise in the stores. People are having to go without right now in a big way. Regular name brands that they can't get, products they can't get, you know, sauces, cheeses, different nuts, different things like that. And again, guys, when does this end? When does the supply chain problem end? We keep being told that, hey, it's no problem, and it's only getting more and more drug out and worse. Okay, so there's that. The final thing is inflation. People are sick of the inflation talk, but look at this. Turkey, the country of Turkey, has 61% inflation right now. 61%, guys. If you don't think that could come to the United States or the UK or Canada or wherever you're watching me right now, guys, get ready for it, because this could happen to absolutely any of us anywhere right now, and it's a huge problem. But 61%. Now, you know, how do you plan? How do you do anything with knowing that inflation is at 61%? So just wanted to do a quick video today. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And remember, guys, the Fed's got it all figured out. We're going to have a soft landing. La, 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 la. Everything's going to be great. You know. Don't forget to join the email list. Don't forget, I've got a Patreon channel. If you'd like more access to me, you can sign up for that. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you very soon, and thank you so much for being here.